Hi there, welcome to the workshop. Today I would like to talk to you about my Kāhu Strat set. Now this Strat set was built around the bridge pickup. I don't know about you, but I find Strat bridge pickups to be a little uninspiring and have limited use. So I wanted a bridge pickup that had a bit more oomph, that had less plink to the attack, that was useful for lead stuff, for rhythm, for kind of a whole, what you would normally use on most guitars, how you would use the bridge pickup. Or really like a HSS Strat where you have a humbucker in the bridge position. So that's what my thinking was, but I wanted to keep it as a single coil pickup. I like the dynamic and the feel of a true single coil. So where I started was the Broadcaster pickup, the Fender Broadcaster, which, as I'm sure you know, was the very first version of a Telecaster. And those early pickups were different. Like modern Telecaster pickups are not the same as those Broadcasters. Broadcaster pickups had a bit more go in them. Now, years ago, I took that design and tweaked it and ended up with my Cruel Mistress Telecaster set, or Telecaster bridge pickup anyway. So what I've done with the Kāhu is I've taken the Cruel Mistress, and then taken it another generation on to make it into a Strat bridge pickup. So it's a different pickup than the Cruel Mistress, but it's got a similar feel to it. Sounds like a Strat pickup. It's not a Tele pickup. Now, for those of you who like K ohms, it's around 11 K ohms. It's got Alnico magnets, flat poles, not like a vintage Stagger, with the poles have a heavy bevel. The bridge pickup has a steel base plate. Now, what the steel base plate does is it increases the inductance in the coil a little bit. I measure it to be in about 7% more inductance, which is kind of like power, kind of. But it also changes, and I think more importantly, it changes the magnetic field. It changes the shape of the magnetic field. So it pushes a bit more of the magnetism up the sides of the pickup. So it basically broadens the amount of string that the pickup hears. So rather than hearing one small bit, it hears a bit more. And that fills your sound out more. There's a slightly more complex harmonic content. So the whole thing was designed around this. This is the bridge pickup. Now, the neck and middle pickup don't have the steel base plate. I didn't want to have that extra bottom end in those. I wanted them to be more stratty. I mean, this is still pretty stratty, but I wanted them to be more stratty. Again, thinking of it as a HSS set. So I made those to match this. It's the set's built around this bridge pickup. So there's quite a lot in this. There's quite a lot in this design. Now, I gigged this quite a lot. I play in like a rock-ish covers band. And I've tweaked this and taken it to gigs and tweaked it and gone to more gigs, and just to get this right, because there's a balance. You don't want too much bottom end, but you need enough. There needs to be some cut through. And more importantly for me, it needs to feel like I'm playing a Strat. I don't want it to feel like a humbucker. So that lower mid push that a humbucker has, it has clarity in that little area where a humbucker can sound like it's a little mushy. So it feels like a single coil. When you back the volume off, it still has a little bit of, that kind of spank thing. So yes, this is my Kāhu set. So it's really for people who would normally have a HSS Strat. So you want a bit of rock, a bit of something else, especially in the bridge position. So there you go, my Kāhu. Thank you very much.